Is this thing on? Welcome back to Big Mouth and fancy seeing you here, and you are very welcome, my friends, and especially my enemies. Come in, sit down, no touching. I don't do the touching. So the rumour is that Kerry Russell has been cast to play Martha Wayne in Matt Reeves' The Batman, starring Robert Pattinson as the title character Batman, aka Bruce Wayne. So what could this mean? Martha Wayne looks like she's going to be in the Batman. Does this mean we're going to see flashbacks? Could be, but I think we could see something a little bit more interesting. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but in the Flashpoint paradox, right, Martha Wayne actually becomes the Joker. Is that right? That's right? I'm sure someone can correct me in the comments down below. I'm not totally an authority on comics, but that's what happens, right? So we could have that. Or is this film set in an alternate universe, in Earth 2 or Earth 3 or something like that, where Martha Wayne is still alive? Or, because we've already heard that the Batman's going to be a whodunit and the rogue gallery of criminals are all going to be suspects, could the crime that the Batman is investigating the murder of his parents? It's set in the 90s, right? He's 30 years old or whatever he is. The murder hasn't been solved yet. So he's trying to find out. This is a personal mission for Batman to finally find out who killed his parents. And it's one of the rogues gallery. And so who could it have been before they became the iconic villains? Very interesting. Look, if she's cast, and because it's Kerry Russell's predominantly a TV actor, but she's done really well. She's going to be in Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker. Really looking forward to that. Lots of theories, of course, who she's playing. But if someone like Kerry is playing Martha Wayne, I mean, as I could say, the obvious answer is flashbacks. But I think Matt Reeves is someone who likes to do things a bit interesting. So we've got these questions. Is Robert Pattinson playing a younger Batfleck? I don't think so. So is this set in the DCEU? Nobody knows. Is this even set in Earth 1? Nobody knows. If he's not playing Batfleck, right, it's not in Earth 1. So if this is set in another Earth, Martha Wayne, as I've just said, could still be alive. But if they are going for the backflashes, then obviously the best murder, the most personal murder for the Batman to investigate would obviously be the death of his parents. And I'm kind of convinced that this is where this is going. Now, some people will be going, oh, not another origin story. But actually, this is a very exciting angle on Batman, aka Bruce Wayne's origin story, a personal story. He's investigating the death of his parents. And one of these members of this rogues gallery is the one who took it away from him, who created him, who made him the Batman. And so it's a very interesting theory. No one said anything to me, but just hearing the rumour that Kerry Russell is going to play Martha Wayne, and I think it's a true rumour because Kerry Russell isn't the kind of person you lie about playing somebody. They could have come out with so many people. And of course, we already had an actress in the DCEU playing Martha Wayne. In the beginning of Batman v Superman, we've already got a Martha Wayne. It's the woman from The Walking Dead. I forgot her name, right? But she was cast by Zack Snyder. So obviously, maybe they can change the actress because she's playing. Well, no, they wouldn't, because if she's dead, there's no younger version, is there? I was about to make a twat of myself there. So if they've changed the actress, and let's be clear here, there's no reason why they couldn't use the same actor if they wanted to do backflashes or something like that. The reason it's Kerry Russell is because they're trying to do something really ambitious. I really want to know what you think about this. Kerry Russell is most probably playing Martha Wayne, right? Backflashes, still alive in an alternate universe on another Earth in the multiverse. Or, yeah, just backflashes when Batman's investigating the murders of his parents. And this could be what this noir drama is all about. So really, really excited And I think we need to focus on Wonder Woman 1984 again, because Wonder Woman 1984 is going to be the domino effect. And it's really interesting, right? Because I was talking to Chris Wong-Spencer, the owner of the YouTube channel Ping Pong Flicks. Great guy. I've mentioned him on here so many times. He had a very interesting theory. He was saying to me that he thinks, and he does the whole tinfoil thing. And I want to talk about his tinfoil thing because I think it's such a great concept and it stops so many arguments. But he was saying that he thinks this is kind of an alternate origin story for Wonder Woman. So and I said to him, well, maybe it's on another Earth. So this is her origin story on another Earth. And that's why Steve Trevor's still alive. I've had similar theories before. So let's talk about, because we've had all this problem with Louis Centeno and, you know, Zod Writer with these so-called, we've got sources, you know, Matt Reeves has been sacked. Yesterday they were made out to be liars. They apologised. I don't know if they're lying or if they have bad sources. I should be honest about that. But if everyone just did what Chris Wong-Spencer did, so when he wants something to be true, well, when he's got a theory, he puts the tinfoil hat on and says, right, I have no sources. I don't know if this is true. This is just a theory. And he starts spewing his theory while wearing this hat. It's brilliant because he's telling you a theory. He's not telling you it's a fact. He's not telling you it's from a source. He's actually just saying to you, right, this is a theory. Sit back, enjoy it. You don't have to believe it. It's not fact. There's no arguments from that. There's no hate to be seen from that because he's been blatantly honest, right? This is just a theory. I don't know. I'm putting the hat on. He does it again with the Snyder Cut and so many things. But there is a division within our fandom. And it is a division of people who want the Snyder Cut. Some people want the Snyder Cut but are supporting the future of the DCEU. And some people think that's wrong. And I think if more people just did what Chris did with the tinfoil hat, there'll be a lot less arguments rather than just saying you've got sources to kind of put a theory out there or an agenda piece because you want Matt Reeves sacked because Zack Snyder was sacked. I don't think that's fair on Matt Reeves. Louis Centeno did apologise to Matt Reeves on Twitter. I don't think it even touched Matt Reeves. Matt Reeves is so busy trying to sort this film out. He hasn't got time to mess about with us, you know. These are silly things. It was obvious the guy hadn't been sacked. It was so obvious. I mean, I did kind of have a concern that maybe because Walter Hamada didn't bring him in, that maybe he could walk away. But what does this prove? That this man, Matt Reeves, has been allowed to spend over 2 years developing his script. There can be no doubt that the DCEU run under Walter Hamada and the new Warner Brothers of AT&T is a company that puts the director's vision first. Mistakes have been made. You know, we saw it with Batman v Superman, the theatrical cut, what Warner Brothers did there. We saw it with David Ayer's Suicide Squad. It happened now. But now, since Justice League and the fallout for it, it's changed. They know what happened to Zack Snyder is wrong, but there's so many studio politics, it's been really hard to say to Zack, you know what? Do your cut. Let's do this. No matter the finances or anything, let's put a bad decision right. Hopefully one day we get the Snyder Cut. So I certainly think that Matt Reeves being able to do his film take so long just shows the new attitude, the new effort over at Warner Brothers and at DC Films to, you know, give the directors the freedom of creativity. But we've got to understand something here. And I've said it before, and it's hard for us as consumers to understand this. This is Warner Brothers money. It's a business. They want to make money. They want to bring the mainstream. They have to have opinions. They have to be able to say, do you know what? We don't feel comfortable about this. They told Matt, you know, we love what you're doing with this film. It's amazing. We just need a few more fights, a bit more action. People say, no, they're not giving him any freedom. Of course they are. And I'm sure Matt was quite happy to say, do you know what? Yeah, you're right. I do have to put a few bits and pieces of action. This is a Batman film because the Christopher Nolan film, please ignore that, the Christopher Nolan trilogy had lots of action. And people have actually criticised Christopher Nolan's trilogy for having too much action. But the thing is with Nolan's trilogy, it had story, character development and loads of action. It had everything. But this is a noir detective drama. This is going back to Batman #1. This is what he was. This is what fans want him to be. Matt Reeves is actually making a concerted effort after everything to give an accurate, depiction of Batman from the comics. And I think when I look at Aquaman and his costume, when I look at Shazam, even though they've done kind of a different kind of version of Shazam from the New 52, it is loyal to those comics, though. And I just think going forward, whatever they do and whatever they develop, I mean, Tom King, writing New Gods with Ava DuVernay, even though I have doubts over Ava and her agenda, I do believe that putting him with her means they are looking to be comic book accurate. And, they're taking their time over DC. We had one DCEU film this year that's barely made $400 million. There's not even a tremor from Warner Brothers. There hasn't even been much of a fallout about it because they made the film cheaply. They knew they couldn't make the money. There was a little mistake. They should have released it in the second half of the year, but they've got other projects out there and they were comfortable with what they were going to get back for it. Obviously, this wasn't a profit-making exercise. It was more like, let's put this film out there, let's do our best with it, and let's move on, and let's, and I think next month, and actually, there's more news I've been hearing. Next month, we're going to get, what's the film bloody called? How can I forget? The next DCEU film out next year. Birds of Prey. I've got such a shit memory. Yes, apparently Birds of Prey, I should definitely have a script. But the thing is, the reason why I don't do scripts is because I'll be like, hello there, Matt Reeves could be casting blah, blah, blah as Martha Wayne, and it will be crap. It just would be boring, and I'd lose subscribers. I may lose subscribers after this video. I hope not, because I love you guys, and I love the community we're building. So yes, apparently a Birds of Prey trailer is coming out next month, which is brilliant. I don't know when San Diego Comic-Con, is it July? I think it's July anyway. Bring on the trailer. It's the next DCEU movie. I'm really excited. And I'm loving all these theories that people are giving to me about Wonder Woman 1984. I think we're going to have a very controversial film on our hands because this will course correct the DCEU. This will be like throwing a pebble into the water, which will implement the changes that we will see to the universe in the Batman. And it's all coming from Wonder Woman 1984. And this is why this is the film I'm really excited about seeing. It's going to be massive. So I really can't wait. The new DCEU does excite me, but we have got a diverse catalogue of films already. Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, Suicide Squad, Wonder Woman. Even Justice League has its fans. It's amazing. It's a diverse franchise. Now, maybe it's not the MCU where everyone loves it and no one says a word against it, but that doesn't matter. The DCEU has always caused conversation. And I want to add my bit of controversy. You know I love Zack Snyder. You know I love MOS and BBS. But I want to talk about the controversial neck snapping of Zod. Now, for me, this is what I would have done. If David S. Goyer had come to me and said, right, he's going to snap Zod's neck, I would have had my doubts because I know as a Superman fan, knowing thousands of Superman fans on the internet and everyone, nobody really wants Superman killing someone, right? You can justify how it was done and how he had no choice and all of that. But one thing that should have happened after he snapped his neck, it should have been very similar to what we saw in the Game of Thrones finale, how Drogon, the dragon, flew Daenerys away. So basically, it would have been even more compelling after Zod dies if Superman lifts him up, picks him up gently and flies him away and stores his body maybe in the ship. I never understood why Superman didn't grab the ship as well and hide it and hide Zod's body in it as well. Because this is how it all goes wrong in Batman v Superman, isn't it? Lex Luthor actually, is able to take Zod's DNA to create Doomsday. Now, here's a scenario though, because it will make more sense. Because one of the problems with Man of Steel, Superman hasn't had his training. So, without his training, is he as clever? But he's had an education, he's been brought up by good, solid, working class people. But without his training, has he got enough knowledge to be the Superman that we know and love? I still think, it's problematic that he didn't get his training. Because all he gets from Jor-El is a history lesson, which is awesome, but he doesn't get his full training. So we never saw that. In a sequel, I would like him to get his training unless the character's rebooted as well. So I think Superman should have flew Zod away, hid him from humanity, and definitely took the scout ship and hid that away as well. Because another problem in Man of Steel, as much as I love the film, the scout ship is kind of his fortress, which, I'm sorry, I don't like it. I love Man of Steel, but Superman should have a fortress. Anyway, what do you think about all the things we've been talking about today? Are you excited potentially about Kerry Russell's casting about Martha? Well, the Martha jokes are just going to keep on coming if she plays a pivotal role in the film. So what do you think about that? Are they backflashes? Is she alive on another Earth? Is this a Flashpoint Batman? Is Batman investigating in this noir drama the murder of his parents? Yes, please, Matt Reeves. I think you're going to go personal. That's going to be awesome. What do you think of Chris Wong Svensson's theory about Wonder Woman 1984? What do you think about my theory about Wonder Woman 1984? And what do you think about what I just spoke about, Man of Steel, or maybe Superman taking Zod's body away to hide it? Because in Batman v Superman, this could have been Lex Luthor's big mission, to find the body, to find the scout ship, find out where Superman's hid these things, still find them and still do what he does. It makes things a little bit more different and a little bit more interesting. So please comment down below, like, share and subscribe. I'll see you again later.